What's up YouTube, it's Louis here, hope you're all well. Today we'll be looking at Elrond on the daily time frame. The last time we spoke, it was about this big wick rejection over here. If we actually zoom in right now, we can see the FTX capitulation began here. So if we want things to flip bullish, I need to see us reclaiming this. Until then, I believe that any pump up is just a pump up into resistance, and that's what we're seeing here with this big wick rejection. If you remember correctly, I did say I don't believe we're going to pump above the 20 with this specific candle, but if in the next days we do actually reclaim the 20, I would expect us to try and fill in this wick by actually failing to take it out. What I mean by that, you see the 55 daily EMA, you see how we actually went through it and were above it, but before the daily candle closed, we closed below that and this. So if we were to ever revisit, try and fill in this wick, we will essentially try and go to wherever this orange EMA is, and at the moment we haven't tested it, but it's just shown you that yeah, we have actually tried to fill in the wick. The signal with in doing so was another daily candle close back above the 20 EMA over here. Again, when we're above this, it's a signal we should be continuing up. So today, for the daily candle closed in 7.5 hours, I would recommend you guys to watch out to see how this is closing. If it's above the 20 EMA, then chances are we're going to actually try and test the highs again. Let's just say this wick at about $46. But again, if we close below the 20 EMA at about 44.46 cents, yes, chances are we could be actually heading back down to this green box. If you've been following the Bitcoin updates, you will know that yeah, similar things are being said with where the capitulation began. We've got this golden pocket here, and you can come up into this golden pocket and it's still not enough. You can come up to the 786 at $60. It's still not enough to flip things bullish. If we had let's say we have a bullish pattern over here that's taking us, that's the target. Okay, so now we've have this bullish pattern, we've met the target of this bullish pattern while in this downtrend. Because again, remember, we're ever since losing this $45 higher low, I said, okay, now we're not holding this higher low structure. We're really trying to break these lows and come back down and yeah, lose these lows. But in the meantime, since spiking back up, yeah, people are assuming, okay, this is going to be the recovery. It can, but again, we need to see a lot of things. And even if we're seeing such a bullish pattern like this and it's heading up all the way to $60 and it stops right there and it starts heading back down, this high would be lower than that high and lower than that high. So do you see how even coming back up to these prices is still not good enough for this to flip bullish? So what we would need to see is Elrond actually taking out where the capitulation began. We need to see Elrond closing daily candles consecutively and holding $65 as support. Only then may we pump towards $90, $100, but this is not the expectation ever since losing this higher low. You see, we spiked down here, we came up, and then we found support here to continue to the top here. So you set this as your range low, you set this as your range high. So yeah, you can see when you met the range high, came back down to the range low, and you held that and you went back to the high, and then you lost the low. So now we're coming back into this low, but as resistance to continue lower, back down to here. Do you understand? And then of course, if you're following with the Bitcoin updates, we have the same on Elrond, descending triangle, as well as head and shoulders pattern. If I just get that for you now. So we have the head over here, you have your left shoulder over here, and you have your right shoulder over here. You can say that's your right shoulder. I'm not, yeah, this is my right shoulder. And then yeah, we had our neckline over here. And so if we're losing that, we validate the pattern. You've come in and you're now just flipping it into resistance. And the big giveaway is the wick, because previously in the same area on this same specific red line of $45, you had wicks once going downwards through it, downwards over here, and now they're going upwards. So it's yeah, just showing you that what was once the bottom should now act as the ceiling. And if you've appreciated everything I've done for you so far in this update and every day, and you want to support the channel, please go ahead, like, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. If you want to receive a 50% offer over on Twitter for my course, there's a link underneath this video that will take you to my Twitter where you can private message me for a 50% discount. So yeah, let's continue with the Elrond update and find you guys, yeah, more specifically where we Elrond could be heading in the next days. But remember, we're focused on that daily candle close down here. I'm going to head over to the 4-hour time frame right now and zoom into this capitulation where we did have like a small retracement before continuing and actually putting in this little lower low, a bit lower than that. So I'm going to measure from this peak to this new low over here. And we can see that we're running into this golden pocket right now. It is acting as resistance. You're struggling at the moment. There were points where you were above it, so that's really good. As long as we can now hold its support, we can potentially head back to the wick highs and even higher. But again, remember, we've just shown you when we zoomed out, we could be going to $60. It's not enough. We need to get above 65. And look, we've got a target at 57. That's not good enough, even if this flips bullish. But again, guys, we can't think that too far ahead. What we need to see again is this gold box holding a support, because if this is lost, it's again another signal. We could already be having it, because look where the EMAs are. As long as we're above these EMAs, we're bullish. So can you see we're under the EMAs, both, all three even, in fact. So you got above them. You had another chance at breaking the high. You failed. You put a lower high here. Then you have your low and you went and put a lower low. So even if we come back up, it's just going to be a lower high. So this is now my expectation. Unless we get a god candle, I'll go through that scenario as well. But my new expectation, now falling through these EMAs, potentially doing a fake out, we're going to run into it as resistance to continue lower. So essentially using this golden pocket, you're doing exactly what you should be doing, because you see we've measured this push with the Fibonacci. It's given us this golden pocket over here. You try to create the reversal wave by breaking through it. So when you break through this, you're creating the reversal wave to go up, but this is not what should happen. You have this big push down, retracing to the golden pocket to continue lower like this. And this would make sense because we're seeing these big wicks over here. Even if we fill in the wicks, I'm not expecting us to take out that wick over there. My expectation is where we were previously bouncing off as support, now it should be acting as resistance. So that is my pivot point for the resistance. We're at it right now. We just need to see us closing back under $44, and that's again on the daily time frame, that 20 daily EMA. Once we are below this, it's a signal we should be continuing lower than this low. And we've spoken about the targets on the channel before, down at $30 and $20. I do believe as long as we're below this $45 to $50 support, but now resistance, the expectation is just to continue lower. The only other way we invalidate this is flip $50 into support, flip $65 into support. But yeah, we'd still be facing key resistances from last year going forward. So that's why, just me personally, in the short term, there's no rush to do anything, any investments, because yeah, the anticipations over the next months and months and months, we will eventually roll over. And I urge you all to follow day by day with those Bitcoin updates. Please like, subscribe and comment, share this post to get this out to more people in the Elrond community. At the moment, Elrond is a ticking time bomb waiting to continue lower. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, if you want to get that 50% discount, it's over on my Twitter. The link is down below. Just private message me once you're over there. And yeah, check out those channel memberships, almost at 10 members. And if you want to send in a donation to the channel, you can do so through the super thanks tool right next to the like button. Thank you guys so much. Peace.